Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. We're going to be breaking down this upcoming PFL card that's taking place on Thursday this week. We got the semifinals for the tournament this year for PFL. We got Adjoudj taking on Jason Jackson. Should be a good matchup there in the co-main. We got a really good co-main event on this card. We got the trilogy between Jesus Pinedo taking on Gabriel Braga. The trilogy's gonna tell us who really is the better fighter out of these two. And then we got Logan Storley taking on Masaoki Kikuiri. That should be a good feature fight on the main card. We also got Mevlut Khaybulaev taking on Tycoon Kim. Tycoon Kim just got to the PFL. He's only got one fight in the PFL, so this is a huge jump up for Tycoon Kim in the level of competition that he's been facing even outside the PFL. We also got Jeremy Kennedy taking on Adam Borics. Khaybulaev and Kennedy had a war in their last fight, and I'm not sure if that has something to do with the Khaybulaev coming back after a couple-year layoff. Maybe that was part of it, but they put on a really good fight in their last fight. Now they're both fighting different guys on this card. Yeah, Jeremy Kennedy's taking on Borics in a rematch. These guys fought each other a few years back, and Borics was able to get it done in the first fight. We'll see if Kennedy can tie it 1-1 with the Borics. We also got Joseph Luciano taking on Sheriff Shield. Berkhamov taking on Kendley St. Louis. Berkhamov's coming off a KO loss to Tadjin, where he was brutally knocked out in the first round by Tadjin. We did cash in Tadjin there as a parlay piece. We also got Alexei Pergande taking on Mike Bardsley. Guys, make sure you guys like the video and make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys want to support the channel, you can become a member. I'm also going to be live for this entire card on Thursday, so if you guys want a fun live stream to come hang out and watch the fights, we'll be live on Thursday for sure for this card. And let me give you guys, let's do the breakdown now. So let's get it going. So first fight on the card is going to be Umalatov taking on Anthony Ivy. Pretty straightforward matchup here. Umalatov is going to be the much better striker. His wrestling is good enough, or I don't see him getting ragdolled by Anthony Ivy on the ground. Umalatov was supposed to fight Andrei Korskov in this spot, but Korskov ended up pulling out from this matchup. So now he's taking on the short notice Anthony Ivy, who's taking this fight on short notice, obviously. So Umalatov is going to win. He's going to knock him out. Ivy, he's been knocked out before, and when he can't get fights with the mat, his striking defense is really bad. And I feel like he's going to get finished here by KO, TKO by Umalatov. That's going to be the pick. Umalatov by KO, TKO. Next fight on the card, we got Adjoudj taking on, Landu. So this is a good matchup, man. Landu's been putting a win streak together. His best win is probably Jonas Bellarino, who did compete on Dana White Contender Series like a few years back, where he got a crazy spinning wheel kick KO in the third round, but Dana White just didn't want to sign him because he's like, oh, he just didn't do anything in the first round. So he's like way too patient. So that's why we didn't see Jonas Bellarino in the UFC. But he was he did compete on a Contender Series, and Landu was able to go out there and beat him. And I did pick Bellarino in that spot. He just waits too long. He's too much of a counter striker. He doesn't go first. In this matchup, Alzio's he's got really good kickboxing. He's fast, he's quick, he's got power on the feet. He can grapple, he can attack submissions. He was losing that fight against Jose Perez. He was getting out wrestled early. Then he caught him in that guillotine submission and tapped him out in the third round, which is really impressive. Alzio's going to be more dangerous in this fight, and Landu's the way he can win if he can stay at range, mix in the wrestling, stay safe from the submission game of Alzio. I just don't think that's gonna happen, man. I feel like Ozzy's gonna be able to get a finish here, or even if he doesn't get a finish here, he should be able to land the better shots. He's gonna be the much younger guy in this matchup, and he's gonna have more power on the feet. I trust his striking. I trust his fight IQ. Ozzy is gonna be the pick. I'm gonna take Ozzy by. Does he knock out Landu? I mean, Landu's pretty tough though, but I think he could finish him. I'm gonna say Ozzy. Maybe on the scorecards because he has gone the distance before. But honestly, I feel like we're gonna get a finish here from Aziel. So my pick is gonna be Aziel by TKO second on. Next fight on the card, guys, we got Jason Danner taking on Nathan Gilmore. Both of these guys have fought really terrible competition outside the PFL, and they're both making their PFL debut in this spot. Nathan Gilmore probably has faced a better level of competition, but not by much, even outside the PFL. He's been looking better. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights, and these odds. I mean, I feel like these odds should be like maybe like -200 for Danner, because I do think he's better in his jiu-jitsu and grappling overall. And Gilmore can be taken on, but he's explosive. He can also get his own takedowns on people, and he's got power on the feet. He can definitely crack. But I'm gonna have to go with the Jason Danner. I don't trust him at this line. But I feel like he's gonna be better. He's gonna have a better game plan in this fight. But Gilmore is definitely a live underdog here, so no way I can trust Danner as a parlay piece with the level of competition that he's been fighting outside the PFL. Same goes for Gilmore, and looks like he's been getting a bit better recently. But level of competition is really low for both of these guys. But my pick is gonna be Jason Danner, maybe by like a submission. I'm gonna go by like submission. He knows what he's doing on the ground. If he can take this fight to the mat, I feel like he's gonna have success controlling Gilmore and maybe putting him in some dangerous positions, maybe getting submission or ground and pounding him. So I'm gonna go with Danner by finish. Next fight on the card, we got Alexei Pergande taking on Mike Bardsley. Good matchup here. Bardsley's pretty good. Also, Alexei's better. I feel like he's a much better striker. He's going to be the better kickboxer. He's slick. He's quick. He's fast. Um, he's got slick front chokes. Also, he got Basser and dart choke. He can strike for 3 rounds. He's got cardio, good pace. He's gonna be my pick. Alexi's gonna be my pick. I did bet him by submission over. I think I bet him by submission over Boyle. Yeah, I did. I did bet him by submission or like ITD him in under 1.5 rounds. He couldn't finish him. Boyle was really tough though. But he's gonna be my pick. Alexei Pergande will be my pick in this matchup. I'm gonna say he maybe doesn't finish him, but because Bardsley is really tough. Honestly, I am gonna pick him by finish. I think Pergande does find a finish here. So we're gonna take Pergande by like a submission or something, like maybe like a club and sub. Pergande coming in at -701. I mean, I think that line makes sense. I really do. Next fight on the card is going to be Muhammad Berkhamov taking on Kenley St. Louis. Now, I think this is a good bounce back spot for Berkhamov. I haven't really been too high on Berkhamov because he's not really much of a finisher, but he's been fighting much better level competition than St. Louis here. He should be the better kickboxer. He's got good cardio. I've seen him fight 5 rounds before, so I feel like we can trust him here. Kenley's definitely explosive. He's just athletic. He can wrestle. I've seen him shoot takedowns before, and he does mix in the grappling. But I don't really see him having success with the wrestling in this matchup because Berkhamov, he's Russian first of all, and obviously he can wrestle. I mean, he doesn't really wrestle as much as he should because he should have wrestled more against Tad Jean. But even if he did try to wrestle, I don't think he's going to take him down. He was trying to shoot takedowns in that first round. But obviously, we knew Tad Jean was going to be way more explosive, way better striker, and he was able to find that looping left hook on Berkhamov and knock him out in the late first round. I think this is a good bounce back for Berkhamov. The line should not be this wide for Berkhamov ever because he doesn't really put a lot of power behind his shots. But he's been fighting the much better level of competition. Naka lost to Tad Jean and Laurent Larkin. I mean, no shame in that at all. Because I think both of those guys do beat St. Louis. Berkhamov is going to be my pick. I'm going to say Berkhamov probably by decision. That's going to be my pick. Berkhamov by decision will be my pick on this fight. Berkhamov coming in at minus 280. I mean, he opened up at -500. I mean, these opening lines are insane. Because if he was a finisher, I'd probably would parlay him here. But even then, I don't feel like St. Louis has a technique to knock him out on the feet. The way he's gonna win if you can wrestle him, win rounds like that. but I feel like Berkhamov can fight off those takedowns early and kind of just score more points on the feet and just stay one step ahead in the striking exchange. It's going to be much faster, much quicker, and he throws nice leg kicks, nice knees up the middle, and he mixes up his targets really well. But you never know how he's going to bounce back from a KO loss like that, because that was pretty brutal. My pick's going to be Berkhamov. He should not lose this fight. Alright, guys, next fight on the card is going to be Joseph Luciano taking on Sherrick Shields. Now, these guys were supposed to fight each other before, back when they needed opponent for Storley. Yeah, they were supposed to fight back in April, and now they rescheduled this fight. Because Umalatov ended up pulling out from that Storley fight, like I was talking about earlier. So they needed a replacement, so they got Luciano to step up and take that fight against Storley. He got absolutely ragdolled by Storley, but obviously which is why we didn't get to see this fight. Now we're gonna see this fight on this card. Luciano's a good grappler. He's fought the much better level of competition. He's fought Carlos Prates. He went the distance with Carlos Prates. He lost to Logan Storley, lost to Jonathan McAuliffe. All those guys are like, I think Logan Storley is like UFC level guy also. If he was in UFC, I think he would do okay because his wrestling is really good. McAuliffe, he's in the UFC right now and he's doing really well. He just won his UFC debut over Kevin just said. And then obviously Parat is already a top 15 ranked guy. Recently lost to Ian Gary, but was really very close finishing Ian Gary in that fifth round. He lost to Gustafsson, who we called that Gustafsson win over Chaos Williams, because I know Gustafsson's an absolute savage, and he absolutely just dominated Chaos Williams recently. So those are all his losses. I mean, his recent losses. Other than that, I mean, he got absolutely ragdolled by Logan Storley because he couldn't defend a takedown there. This matchup, Shields is opportunist submission grappler. He can strike. He's definitely got power on the feet, but do I see him catching McAuliffe? Do I see him catching Luciano submission? Storley couldn't catch him in a submission. He had takedowns every single round, and he couldn't like finish him. I think Luciano should be the much better. I think he could have success in the striking also, and he should be the better grappler here. Shield can wrestle like Storley, so I'm gonna go with the Luciano. Well, Shields definitely will be looking for submissions because he does every fight. He goes for like front chokes. But my pick is gonna be Luciano. I'm gonna say does he finish him? I think he could finish him. Honestly, I do. I think he could finish him. I'm gonna say TKO for Luciano, even though he doesn't have any knockouts recently. But I could see like a TKO here from Luciano. Let's see what the odds are. Luciano coming in at -3-1. I think those are right. They make sense. The odds make sense in this one. Next fight on the card, we got Jeremy Kennedy taking on Adam Borics. Now, this is a rematch. If you guys didn't know, these guys fought each other a few years ago. Back in, I think how long ago was that? They fought each other back in 2021. And how many rounds was that? I couldn't pull up this fight. I was trying to watch this fight back and I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube. It was a 3-round fight. And Borics, obviously, I think he's a more skilled kickboxer. Jeremy Kennedy has definitely shown that he's getting better. So even though he's on a 3-fight losing streak right now, but those last two fights were pretty close. I mean, that fight against Braga was really close. That fight against Khaybulaev was extremely close. I mean, that fight could have gone his way if we're being 100% honest. But Khaybulaev, he almost finished Khaybulaev in that first round. Then Khaybulaev almost finished him in the second round. Then he somehow stayed in there. And then in the third round, I mean, Khaybulaev just kind of like clinched him up against the fence and just won that round based on just control. But in this matchup, this is gonna be a striking fight. I don't think Borics not really the type to shoot takedowns out there. He's just gonna strike it out, and they're gonna be at range striking, going tick for attack. And I do think Borics is the better, more skilled, more patient. Like he's got a pretty good cardio for the rounds. Kennedy, I don't really see him shooting takedowns here. I'm gonna have to go with Borics by decision. I think Kennedy's really tough, man. I know Pitbull knocked him out in the later rounds, but he was actually winning that fight early, I remember. I'm gonna go with the Borics to get it done by decision. Borics coming in at -205. Yeah, Borics is gonna be my pick on this fight. Next fight on the card, we got Tycoon Kim taking on Mevlut Khaybulaev. This is a good matchup here. Obviously, Khaybulaev's last fight was extremely close with Kennedy, and then he almost got finished in the first round. Maybe that had to do with a bit of a layoff that he came back after, because he took 2 years off almost and came back against Kennedy, and looked like he had some ring rust early in the early two round, like early round and a half. Then he finally started to pick things up later. But he's only 5'6", right? But he's got a 70-inch reach, only 5'6", and he doesn't really have the best striking defense. And Tycoon Kim, I was gonna call him Kaikun Kim, but his name is actually Tycoon Kim. Tycoon Kim's a good striker, good kickboxer from range. He uses his range really well. He can grapple also. His takedown defense is really bad. His takedown defense is not that great, but he's one of these guys that doesn't stay on his back for long. He's gonna be working his way back up over and over if you do take him down over and over. He doesn't really settle on bottom, which is really good to see from someone like Tycoon Kim. He's coming off that win over submission win over Nathan Kelly, where he did drop him in the first round. Then he got that submission, a rear naked choke. Kelly, obviously, people are really high on Kelly. I wasn't. Um, I'm happy that Tycoon Kim got the job done there. I kind of do like Tycoon Kim at these odds, man. Obviously, this is a huge jump up in competition for Tycoon Kim. But I'm gonna take Tycoon Kim. I think he's definitely a live underdog here. And from what we've seen from Tumobli Khaybulaev, he's not really like the best striker. His wrestling is kind of like not that great either. So I don't like. Can he control him up against the fence? Can he knock him out early? Can he submit him early? Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't think he could submit him early. And like I don't know. I don't know if he knocks him out early either. So because Tycoon Kim has a chin on him, he can take shots early. He's extremely durable. And even outside the PFL, he's fought some pretty good competition. He's fought in Brave CF, which is pretty solid promotion outside the PFL. It is definitely a step below PFL in terms of level competition. But I like Tycoon Kim. I mean, I think at these lines, I mean, there's definitely value in Tycoon Kim. Plus 240 now. Yeah, I think Tycoon Kim, pretty big underdog. I'm gonna take Tycoon Kim by decision here. Next fight on the card, we got Logan Storley taking on Masaoki Kikuiri. Now, Masaoki Kikuiri, we did parlay him with Tajin on that last card. On the last card they both fought on. And he was able to get it done. I mean, he made Johnny's Bachar just kind of quit out there. Johnny Bachar did compete on the Ultimate Fighter. I think he lost to Valentin, what was his name? Valentin something. He fought who the guy that just lost to Torres Finney. What was his name? Robert Valentin. Robert Valentin. I couldn't remember his first name. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward matchup. This is wrestler versus the striker in Masaoki Kikuiri. Now, if Masaoki Kikuiri can defend takedowns, he can probably kind of like outpoint Logan Storley. But can he knock him out? I don't really think so. I don't think he can knock him out. I feel like Storley's gonna get those takedowns, man. I feel like he's gonna be able to get the wrestling going early and control him. We haven't seen Kikuiri go up against a wrestler like Storley before, and we're gonna find out how good his takedown defense really is. Because so far he's shown his takedown defense is really solid, but hasn't really fought anyone like I'm saying earlier that can wrestle like Storley. So my pick is gonna be Storley by decision. But maybe there's value on Kikuiri at these odds because these odds are crazy. Because Storley, does he submit him? I don't think he will submit him. I think he's gonna go the distance. I'm gonna go Storley on the scorecards on this one. I think he could just like get takedowns and control him. Maybe he doesn't finish him. That's gonna be my pick. Storley by decision. Next fight on the card, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. I'm really trying to hit 4K subscribers, and I watched a lot of tape on these cards. We do pretty well in predictions, and also I post free bets for PFO and UFC in the link down. There should be a link down below in the description. We're coming off a winning pay-per-view card for UFC 316, and we do pretty well in PFO also historically. And our ROI is like 20% for PFL, and I post my bets for free. I'm not hiding behind any premium or anything like that. But yeah, let's just talk about this this co-main event now. We obviously we have the trilogy here between Jesus Pinedo versus taking on Braga And Braga's coming off that submission win over Frederick Dupras, who's another Canadian prospect. These Canadians just can't get it done. And he actually went for a submission over Braga. Like he had him in a tight like a guillotine, and that's actually Dupras's move. He goes for that first round of guillotine, but I'm sure now he found out that you can't just guillotine everyone at this level. Like it's a lot easier to guillotine people like when you're not fighting people at this level. But when once you get to this level, you're fighting people like Braga who aren't just gonna tap out right away. And then obviously Braga got that rear naked choke after he just kind of like made him quit because Duke probably had no gas left in the tank anymore after he went for that all in on that guillotine earlier. Before that, he took that fight against Kennedy on short notice and he won. We did parlay with the Pentosa on the same week. I mean, that was a really good pay-per-view card for us. Yeah, he lost to Timur Kazir before that. Timur Kazir just kind of outstruck him. Didn't even need the wrestling in that fight. He was mixing in takedowns, but he couldn't get takedowns on Braga. This fight's going to be a striking matchup. I don't see anyone mixing in takedowns. If anyone is mixing in takedowns, it might be Braga trying to mix it up, maybe. Because Pinedo, I mean, we got him at minus 130 over Adam Borics. I could not believe that line. The fact that people were actually betting Adam Borics in that fight. He knocked him out in the first round. I mean, knocked out Braga in the, I think it was the third round. We did bet him there at plus 110. We bet him by ITD finish only. We cashed both plays there on Pinedo over Braga. I didn't pick him over Jenkins or Laflin, but after that, I mean, since then we've been cashing on this guy. I did pick him over Braga in the first matchup. I mean, I think I did, right? Let me see. Did I pick him in the first fight? Yeah, I did pick him over Braga in their first match, and I think he won that fight, but it was pretty close. I feel like now, man, Pinedo is definitely getting better than Braga. He's got more power. He's gonna stay in the fire and swing, and he's not really scared to take shots. I feel like he's gonna go get another KO here. I got Pinedo by KO TKO. I think we see another KO from Pinedo in the first round. Yeah, give me Pinedo first round KO. Pinedo coming in at minus 225. And I'm kind of like shocked those odds aren't like crazy because it should be like minus 350 or minus 400 because he should be 2-0 over Braga in my humble opinion. I think he's going to knock him out, honestly, I do. Alright guys, main event time now. We got Jason Jackson taking on Tadjine. Good fight here. I'm excited for Tadjine. He's taking a huge jump up in the level of competition against Jason Jackson here. And we did cash on him over Berkhamov, like I was talking about earlier. I like Tadjine, man. He's extremely athletic. He kind of reminds me of Jamal Hill in terms of athleticism. He's shown pretty good takedown defense so far, and he can strike. He's got good cardio. We've seen him go the distance before. Obviously, this is a huge jump up in competition. Jason Jackson, he won the championship, the tournament. I mean, few years, like I think it was over Amasov, and he knocked Amasov, who's like 27-0. His record was kind of like over inflated. That's the word, overinflated. But he's fought the much better level of competition. I mean, if we're gonna talk in terms of resume, like who has a better resume, definitely Jason Jackson has a much better resume than Tadjine, because Tadjine just got here, he just got signed. Whereas Jason has wins over Benson Henderson, um, guys like Ray Cooper the third, Amasov. That was a big upset win over Amasov. He finished Andrei Korskov. He was hitting him into the back of the head with some elbows. Those are some illegal elbows against Korskov. But the PFL referees are really terrible. They just didn't do anything about that. I did pick Korskov there in that fight as like a plus 200 underdog. I felt like he had opportunities to get it done, but then Korskov was trying to like go for his own takedowns on him, which is really bad fight IQ by Korskov. Guys, I'm gonna go with Tadjine, man. Since I heard about this fight, I mean, we're live during their loss card when they faced off against one another. Obviously, Tadjine is only 26 years old. He's only going to get better. Whereas Jason Jackson at this point, he's 34 years old. I mean, he's not old for welterweight, but I don't think he's gonna get that much better at this point. He has a wrestling edge here. He's gonna have better jiu-jitsu on the ground if he can get the fight to the mat. But I feel like Tadjine, he can work his way back up. Even if he does get taken on, I don't think he's gonna just gonna get subbed right away. by Jason Jackson. Maybe I'm just a Jason Jackson hater, but I truly do believe Tadjin can get it done, man. At plus 200, we took him at plus 200. I like Tadjin at this line, plus 200. He's plus 180 now. He was all the way up at plus 240. I took him at plus 200. I think at this line, there's definitely value in Tadjin. He's got knockout power. He's got good striking. He can outpoint you on the feet, and he's shown pretty good takedown defense so far in his short PFL career. I'm gonna go with Tadjin by decision. So that's gonna be my pick, guys. Tadjin by decision. I think Jason Jackson is extremely tough. Maybe he doesn't finish him, but I think he could win 2 out of 3 rounds if he can defend a takedown. Then kind of just outpoint him on the feed, which is very likely. So, guys, let's put the picks in. So my picks are gonna be Tadjin by decision, Pinedo by KO TKO. I think first round KO TKO, or maybe second round. Storley by decision, Tycoon Kim by decision, maybe. Borics by decision. Luciano. No, we're gonna say submission. I think he could submit him. Berkhamov by decision. Alexei. We'll go KO TKO. We'll go KO TKO. Maybe submission, honestly. He's never won by a KO before, but I think he could do it here. I'm probably gonna go submission though, because he's normally goes for submissions when he has people hurt. I'm gonna go this guy by submission, maybe. Alzio by KO TKO, and Umalatov by KO TKO. So there you guys go, man. Those are my predictions for this card. Let me know what you guys think about this, about my picks. So what do you guys think about this card? Will you guys be tuning in on Thursday watching this card? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you guys gonna come join the live stream? Make sure you guys join the live stream this Thursday. I will be live for this entire card. And we have a lot of fun on those live streams, watching the fights, hanging out, talking about just anything and pretty much. But I'll see you guys this Thursday, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Later.